Hello, my beautiful angel star seeds and dreamers. Welcome back. My name is Violeta. This is a timeless tarot reading for you. Yes, you. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. All signs welcome. So, I was thinking, why don't we do that one that everybody does just for fun? How people perceive you. This seems to be very popular, and I was thinking, do you want to do that? Why not? Because I'm curious how people perceive you. Let's try it. Ooh, the Dream Keeper's Tarot. Yeah. Ooh, we start right away. The World. People see you as worldly. People see you as wide-ranging. It's almost like you have a wide range of knowledge and abilities. Hold on, let me just, because it's driving me crazy. It was a little crooked, and I don't know if it still is, but forgive me. Anyway, yeah, people feel like you have a wide range of knowledge, a wide range of skills. You're all-encompassing, I'm hearing. You're endless. Ooh, Five of Swords. People see you a bit of in your ego, like, or they're perceiving you with their ego. One of those things. Let's clarify the Five of Swords, because I just want to make sure that it's what I think it is. Temperance, right. People perceive that you are patient with other people's ego. You're patient with people. You give people grace. You don't just, I have to be right. No, you're not. Your ego is not strong. They might see you being proud of yourself, of your accomplishments, but when in an argument, you're not trying to be right, you're trying to be helpful. It's like, yes, you know your worth, but no, you're not gonna be arguing about stupid stuff when there's more important things to worry about. You know what I mean? It's like the ego doesn't concern you so much anymore, because it's just in the way. I'm hearing it's in the way of communication and of a good job and judgment. You've risen above it. You've risen above it, and people judge you a lot. A lot of judgmental people look at you like you think you're better than them, right? But that's their projection. Like they think you think they're. It's like that's how they see themselves in a way. You don't look at them any way, because you don't look at them. But they think somehow you perceive a difference between yourself and others, while the only difference you perceive between yourself and others is that you have a good heart and a good intentions, and some people just don't have that. And that is the only thing that bothers you about people. Like you're patient with all kinds of people, with all kinds of mindsets and personalities and stuff like that, but you're patient. But however, you are not patient with egocentric, strongly egocentric, judgmental people of lower vibration. People who just care about talking about other people, about gossip, about small things. You know, the world is so big and your ideas are so big and your passions are so vast that you see these things as small little tiny things that don't interest you, you know, and so you get annoyed when you have to partake in that. Not that you can't be around people, you love being around people, but you like deep discussions, meaningful connections, deep conversations, not some kind of surface level BS. That's what people perceive about you. They also perceive that you've risen out of the ash, out of the dirt, and you've broken some hearts in the process. What? Because see, she has some roots in her hand. It's almost like she's torn them from the ground. People Ace of Pentacles. People perceive you as rich or as having many opportunities. Very fortunate and abundant. They think it's luck, but actually it's probably you've worked for it, you know? 10 of Swords. People perceive that you've been hurt, for sure. They perceive you as being different, and so different gets hurt. And so they don't want to be different because they're going to get hurt like you were in the past. But they don't understand that you've worked that through and that you've overcome it and you've grown stronger. And now you can take anything the world throws at you and you're happier because you're in your authentic truth. And they're still hiding and they're still worried about standing out and being different. That different is bad, but it's not. It's good. Page of Swords. 5 of Swords and Page of Swords. People gossip a lot. People watch you a lot and they gossip a lot even though you don't see it. That's funny. You don't see it. You don't hear it. You don't know anything about that. And that's for the best because you don't care. 4 of Swords. You have been resting from... There's so many swords here. You've been in your mind a lot. I mean, they perceive... Okay, so they perceive that you're someone who would rest, who would take the time to rest, who would take care of themselves. And people perceive that you're in your mind a lot, or they get in their minds a lot about you. People perceive you to be very balanced. Page of Cups. People perceive that you have opportunities in love and in abundance, money, whatever. People see that you have a lot of opportunities and offers coming your way. They perceive you as very lucky. Green, I'm seeing a lot of green. They perceive you as very lucky, even though you've actually worked for all that. They think you put on a smile and you attract stuff, but actually you put on a smile even though it's hard, and you work hard every day, even though it's hard, and you show up every day and you choose to believe, and you go through the muck and you rise out of it and you get your rewards. People don't see the hard work because you don't let them see, you don't show it. And why would you? But what business is it of anyone? Exactly what I'm saying. 8 of Pentacles, this wanted to come out. You're doing so much. You're such a hard worker, and people don't see it because it's on the bottom of the deck. People don't see how hard you work. It's so fascinating. One more. 9 of Swords. People really get in their head about the opportunities that you get. People really don't like your opportunities. They want your opportunities. They want the things you have. Even if it's not a lot, they want, they want a piece of you. This is so strange. I'm hearing they want a piece of you. So strange. Okay, let me grab some Voice of the Souls Oracle. No, actually, you know what? Note cards first, because they're usually saucy. Saucy. Pay attention to the red flags. People think that you always see the red flags, or that you don't pay attention to them, or no, you do see the red flags. I need to control things to feel safe. They do perceive that you protect yourself a lot. To feel safe, you don't let people close, I'm hearing. You don't let a lot of people close. Some you do. Some you do. You're too good for me. They perceive you to be better than them. People perceive you to be better than them and to be all high and mighty or something, while you're just living your life and speaking your truth. Oh, this is just kind of funny to me, because you're not doing this for anybody else. You're doing it for yourself. And you're not comparing yourself. If you compare yourself to others, you would compare yourself to someone who's, let's say, more ahead than you. You would aspire to be more like them, or do some things like they do, or get some ideas from them. You look up to them, you know, that kind of thing. Well, I don't know, some people, I guess they waste their time comparing themselves to you in a negative way. Like they project on you, like, oh, they're so high and mighty and blah blah blah. They don't understand anything, but you do. It's just that they don't want to grow. They don't want to heal. They don't want to learn. They don't want to do the hard work. Is the truth, and they don't want to admit it. So they give the excuse, or they project something like, I don't know, it's never been hard for you, or everything happens easy for you, or blah blah blah, you know, like they project their worst fears onto you, is what I'm hearing. You've been activated to be a messenger in people's lives, to be a trigger, to be a mirror. That way people can see what's possible, or see what you're doing, hear your words, and decide whether they want to listen or to ignore your messages, which is fine either way. You know, we all have our individual journeys. But you are very triggering to people, especially when you become more visible and more outgoing and more vocal about your truth. People get their feathers are ruffled, I'm hearing. It won't last. People think it won't last. People think that your good luck won't last because you haven't worked for it, or because you don't have the tenacity, the diligence to make it work, but you've proven the opposite. Like you're proving that the opposite is true, you know? Sorry, I just want to click something. There's this alarm that's trying to ring, and I'm like, alarm signifies, yeah, people really don't think you can make this last, but if anything, you've proven how persistent, how unstoppable you are. So why would they think Maybe because they're projecting onto you. They're projecting. It won't last because nothing good lasts for them. Accidental pregnancy. Someone perceives you to be promiscuous, is the word, which is very ironic, seeing as you're probably celibate if you're in my collective, but maybe not all of you, you know, but most. Old-fashioned. Some people think you're old-fashioned. It's so interesting. It's almost like people perceive you in different ways. Different people perceive you in different ways, and nobody knows the truth because you haven't let people know. You're a mystery to people, so they have to guess, you know? And it's kind of funny because nobody knows. Nobody knows what you're doing. Nobody knows what you're about, except the people you've let in the closest. They know, but they won't share, you know, or if they do, you don't care. You don't care about the theories, you don't care about the mystery, you just care about your life. You care about yourself if you're happy. Why would you care about what people think? That's such a waste of time to think about people and what they're like. Like, I have never sat on my bum in my entire life thinking, I wonder what this person is about. I mean, sometimes, you know, when meeting someone, I'm curious about them, I ask them questions, I get to know them, or if I don't care, I don't do anything. But just sitting down and thinking, I wonder about this person. That is so silly. Well, I have when I have been in unhealthy cycles. Let's be real here. We've all had those. So I'm not, you know, I'm not immune. Everyone has those moments. So that's fine. So that's fine. It's just, it was funny to me because I kind of saw a group of people discussing or theorizing or wondering or arguing about it, and you're not even in this group, and it's funny to me. Loss. People are upset about losing you. People have lost you and they're upset about it. Crying. But if they've lost you, then they haven't treated you right. You know, you wouldn't just, you know, screw over someone. Okay, I got everything I wanted, bye. You know, no. You leave people when they mistreat you, when they disrespect you. And if they cry, I mean, it's not your fault. It's their doing. And I mean, they're gonna deal with it, you know, maybe that's their lesson. But listen, all of this is fine. Like, I don't see anything crazy. Like, some people are right about you, some people are wrong about you, and that's usually what's always the case. Burden of tears. I'm telling you, people are crying about losing you. I'm sorry. That's not funny. That's not funny. I'm sorry that people are upset to have lost you, but like I said, if they've lost you, it was probably for a reason. Or alternatively, you just no longer align. And that's okay. And I don't think it's those people that cry. Because people who no longer align with other people, they understand that people come and go. But people who are in unhealthy cycles, in codependent cycles, they're the ones who cry because they're unhealed and they have to heal it. And you were sent in their life in order to heal it. And you helped heal it. I mean, if they healed it. If they didn't, hopefully they do in the future. I don't know. I messed myself up in the end. But one more. Message of love in reverse. Someone is in a love-hate relationship with you in their head. They can't decide whether to love you or hate you. And maybe a lot of people can't decide whether to love or hate you. Message of freedom in reverse. You're freeing yourself of all of these impressions. Like, you don't You know, you don't care. They don't, like, if anything is negative, you use it as fuel to power up, to level up. If anything is positive, you're grateful for it, and you also use it as fuel to nurture your heart and so on. And so everything people give you, you use as fuel, as a tool to rise higher, you know, to ascend. And so I think that's a beautiful message. Yeah, all of those perceptions, wrong or right, it doesn't matter, because you're doing great. Yeah, and you're a mystery, apparently. Let me know if this resonates, who this person is who loves, hates you, or these people. Let me know if you want to share your story, and like, subscribe if you want to help me out if it resonated. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.